Hey guys, welcome back to our newest journey, Recenter. This is week 1 where we're going to focus very calmly and nourishingly to arrive. We're going to come back to the basics, come to our body, notice what's going on without judgment, and just simply providing love and relaxation to the body. If you have any yoga blocks or bolsters, go ahead and grab them. If you don't, no worries, we'll do some adjustments so that you don't need them, but they're highly recommended. So I invite you guys to grab a comfortable spot, get yourself settled in, and let's get started. Cool. So we're gonna start off on our backs, laying back down, bringing the knees into the chest. And just take a soft moment here to let the shoulders relax, let the knees fall heavy into the chest, and just feel the spine melting into the ground. Feel the spine straightening out. Feel the muscles that surround the spine relax. And take a deep breath in. Exhaling out, slowly turning the head from left to right, if that feels good. And just start to relax the neck and the shoulders as you exhale. And just give yourself the time needed here to arrive to your practice today. Let the eyes become soft. The jaw relax, and all the muscles in the face letting go. Pay attention softly to your breath, and if you started holding the breath, allow it to flow back through the body. Deep, soft inhale in. Exhale, letting go of the day, letting go of any thoughts that no longer serve you. Letting go of tension in the body. And coming back with your head to stillness and center. Slowly lift the legs up towards the sky as if you're trying to push the ceiling away from you with the heels. So the toes are going to be pressing towards your face. And then pointing the toes to the sky. Flexing the feet, pointing the toes. And then just start doing some full circles with the ankles. Squeeze and release the toes here. Notice if you began to tense up in the neck and shoulders, and maybe wiggle the shoulders here just to invite relaxation and softness into the shoulders. Relaxing the jaw, breathing in, welcoming that rush of blood to the heart. Reversing the blood flow. And then bending the knees towards your armpits, either grabbing the outside edges of your feet or grabbing the big toes or behind the thighs. Whatever allows you to pull the knees in towards the ground while still relaxing the shoulders into the ground. So if your shoulders are lifting off the ground, grab a lower area. We want the feet to be above the knees, so the legs are feeling straight and bent. Breathing here. Maybe swinging from side to side if that feels good. Massaging the back a little bit here. Inhaling to center, exhaling to the sides. On the next inhale to center, release the feet. Plant your left foot into the ground, bending the knee, and then bring your right ankle over the left knee, and then just push with your right hand that right knee away from you. Breathing in here, and then exhale, letting both knees, keeping the legs as they are, just letting both legs fall over to the right. So that right foot is going to be a bit heavier on the outside edge of your left knee, pushing it down to the ground. Excuse me. Nice side body stretch here. So your knees are falling towards the right side. Perfect. You should feel that nice stretch in the left side of your hip. Breathing here, noticing where you began to tense up, if anywhere. Exhale, letting go. And on the next inhale, coming back to center. Then we're going to keep moving all the way over to the left. So your legs are still crossed as they were. And you're just going to plant your right foot into the ground. Left knee is into the ground. And then look over towards the right. So now you'll feel a real deep stretch in that right hip. Perhaps the lower back. It should feel good. If you feel that it's too intense, feel free to lift that foot up a little bit, maybe pressing against a block, but it looks like you guys are all good here. Breathing here. Allowing your body to let go. Full breath cycles. And an inhale back to center, bringing both legs up and then just moving the hips around if you need, moving the legs, however naturally feels good and releasing for you right here. Let your body naturally guide you to what is needed. And then when you're ready, plant that right foot, bending the knee, crossing left ankle over right knee, flexing that left foot, pushing that left knee away with the left hand, breathing here. And exhale, let everything fall towards the left. Right foot weighing heavy on that right knee, giving a nice stretch in that right hip. Give the thinking mind a rest, relaxing, focusing on the breath, noticing the rise and the fall of your belly, inviting every muscle in the body to relax bit by bit as you exhale. Relaxing the shoulders, the neck, all the muscles in the face. Let the breath fill your body up with energy. Keeping the legs as they are. Inhale back to center, and then all the way over to the right, planting that left foot down into the ground on the right. Deep stretch in that left hip. Checking in with the shoulders, the neck, all the muscles in your face, especially the jaw. And continue to gradually invite relaxation. Invite soft, calm, restful energy in the body. One last breath cycle here. And And on the next exhale, coming back to center. And again, moving the legs as needed. Notice what you need right now. And then slowly coming onto your side as you gradually bring yourself up. Bringing the legs out in front of you. Notice where you actually need to be stretched today. Is it more on the outer thighs or a little bit more on the inside? Based on that, either bring the legs further apart or closer in if you want a little bit more on the hamstrings here. So feel free to try both and see what feels better for you. We're going to spend a couple minutes in this forward fold. So I want you guys to be really in that comfort zone, what feels good and relieving for you. And we're going to try to keep the spine nice and straight, so the tailbone's going to reach towards the back. And we're going to flex the feet softly as if you're trying to ground the knees into the ground. Inhale, lifting the spine up towards the sky. Relax the shoulders down. Deep breath in. And then exhale, folding at the hips. Go to your comfortable distance first. We'll be here for a couple breaths. And then we're going to round out the spine, let the head fall, but I'll give you guys the go when it's time. Breathing in here. Exhaling out. With every inhale, extend the spine, micro movements. Every exhale, coming slightly deeper into the stretch. Keeping the head gazing forward a little bit, just so we're not bending that spine just yet. Keeping the neck as an extension of the spine. And then on your next exhale, let everything fall forward. Let the hands relax. You should be very relaxed here without any pushing or pulling. Continue deep breath cycles here. Maybe micro little movements swinging from side to side if that feels good. Stretching the back of the neck. Or staying in stillness if you prefer. Keep the focus on the breath. Keep focusing on softly letting go any tension in the body, any tension in the mind. Let the jaw be soft. And on the next inhale, slowly pushing away from the ground with your hands, and vertebrae by vertebrae, roll yourself back up. Bringing the hands behind your back, fingertips pointing towards you. Reminder to spread the fingers as wide as they go, and then pointing the toes, roll shoulders down and back, pulling the chest forward. And if it feels good, lifting the hips, a little counter stretch to that forward fold. Breathing in here. Exhaling out. One more breath. And then exhale, bend the knees, slowly coming forward, crossing at the ankles, and bring yourself into tabletop position. Spreading the fingers as wide as they go, gripping into the mat. And then we're just going to make a few hip circles here. So I invite you guys to close your eyes and really feel into your body. And then notice what feels good for you. Maybe full circles, maybe figure eights. And then as you gradually get into your groove, start to incorporate the chest, the torso, the shoulders, and the head without overthinking. Just follow your breath and allow the body to guide you into that release of any tension you've been accumulating in the body. Two more breath cycles here. And on the last exhale, coming back to center. And we're going to do a few cat-cows here. Inhale, shoulders back, lifting up. Exhale, curl the toes under, pushing the heels towards the back. Lift the navel into the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, release the top of your feet. Drop the belly, forward, shoulders back. Exhale, reverse, curl the toes. Inhale, drop. Concentrating on the spine. Picture vertebrae by vertebrae as you roll up and down. Final round. And then exhale to center, bringing the toes under. Slowly lift the hips up to our first downward facing dog. Rotating the legs here, and just like we did on all fours, just allow yourself to move the hips, bending one knee, straightening the other, incorporating the chest and shoulders here, and just move around whatever you need, whatever needs stretching and releasing. Final breath here. When you're ready, go ahead and cross that right ankle over the left knee. And then drop the left knee down, coming onto the toes of the right foot here. Pushing that right knee towards the outside. So it's kind of like our butterfly pose, but on all fours. Perfect. And then when you're ready, go ahead and just bring the hips down towards that back foot, feeling that deep stretch into that right hip. Breathing in here. Try to curl the tailbone up towards the sky, bringing the shoulders down and back, inviting a straight spine. Breathing here. Exhale gradually. If it feels good, release the head down. Relaxing the right hip, inviting a deeper stretch. Final breath here. Inhale, and then on the exhale, coming back to center, and then lifting that back knee, bringing that right foot with it. And then release, making a few circles with that right hip. And then into our three-legged dog, lifting that right leg up to the sky, dropping the chest down, big breath here. And then exhale, bring the foot down. Walking out the legs here just for a couple breaths. Intuitive moving here, releasing the shoulders. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead and cross the left ankle over right knee. Big breath here. Exhale, bending that right knee, dropping to the ground, coming onto the toes of that left foot. Pushing that left knee away from you towards the back of your mat. And then exhale, once you've been in your position and comfortable, bring the hips back. Deep stretch in that left hip. And as I'm sure you have noticed, just a reminder that each side is different. So approach this with kind of a new experience, a new awareness, perhaps new adjustments that weren't exactly like the other side. Breathing in and letting go. Two more breath cycles here. And on the next exhale, slowly coming back to center, lifting that right knee, keep that left leg to follow, and then go ahead, create nice little circles with the left hip, and then lifting left leg up, three-legged dog. Drop the chest, push away from the ground, deep breath in, and then exhale, bring that foot down. Slowly walk to the top of your mat and make it really a conscious awareness as you're walking to the top, noticing the stretch in the back of your legs, noticing the ground underneath your feet. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, release all the way down, bending the knees if needed. Inhale, engage your glutes and root your heels into the ground as you slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll up towards the sky. Breathing in here, reaching the hands up. And exhale, release the hands next to the body, closing the eyes here. And just allow your feet to root into the ground, noticing all four corners of your feet rooting into the ground. Let the blood flow, regulate itself. Let the shoulders become soft behind you. And then inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms up towards the sky, deep breath in. Exhale, wave it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms into the ground and then bring your right foot back. High lunge. Deep breath in here. This is where you could use the blocks if you wish, just to come up a little bit higher. Deep breath in. Exhaling out. Let the hips become heavy. Make sure that your left knee is right on top of your ankle so you get a nice 90-degree angle. Awesome job. Breathing in here, feel that deep stretch in that right front hip. And then exhale, drop that back knee. Breathing in here. Coming lower to the ground. And then we're going to bend that back knee. If you need some padding on that back knee, go ahead and either roll the mat or maybe grab a pillow. And we're just going to bend that knee a little bit here. So you're feeling that deeper stretch. If you feel like it's good for you and you want to go a bit deeper, plant your right hand into the ground. Turn to look towards the left. And then grab that right foot with your left hand, pulling it in closer. Continue the cycles of breath, breathing in here. Last breath. Exhale, release it down, lifting that back knee, and then straighten the front leg. Bring that back foot forward just a little bit more so that you can have both heels into the ground and have both legs nice and straight. Maybe your hips are going to start to open up towards the right. So see if you can invite your right hip to square itself. So bring that right hip down a little bit more. And this is where the blocks also really help here. Breathing in here, exhaling out. Inhale as if you're doing a halfway lift, extending the spine. And then exhale, bend that back knee and then lift the left toe. So you're coming onto the heel and then bringing your head towards your left knee. Inhale, coming back to center, both feet onto the ground, both legs straight. Exhale, bend that back leg, lift the front toes, forehead to knee. Last round, inhale. Exhale. Awesome. Inhale back to center and then bring the right foot forward. Stretching the legs out here. Feel free to bend the knee, straighten the other. Noticing how your body is feeling in all this. Inhale, bend the knees, engage the glutes, roll it up. Deep breath in here. Exhale, hands to the side. Take a moment here. Breathing in. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to chest. Take a moment here, noticing your breath, noticing the heart rate. Relaxing all the muscles in your face. Relaxing the jaw. Drop the hands. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, this time bring the left foot back, high lunge. Again, inviting you to bring the yoga blocks if you want or if you have them. Dropping the hips here. Breathing in. Try to imagine you're softly pulling the shoulder blades together around back, gently pulling the chest forward so you're really kind of releasing any hunch in the back and opening up the heart space a little bit more. Keep with the breath here. And on your next exhale, drop that back knee. Either stay here if this is your limit, or bending that back leg. And if you want to go further, planting that left hand into the ground and grabbing the left foot with your right hand. So again, we're going more for a sensation of releasing tension here. So don't push yourself further than you need to today. Breathing in. Try to imagine the spine nice and straight. Final breath. Exhale, release it down. Bringing everything forward, lift that back knee, straighten both legs, and you can bring that back foot forward a little bit more. Inhale here, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, bend that back knee, and then flex that front foot. Forehead to the knee. Inhale, straighten both legs, both feet planted into the ground. Exhale, bend the back knee, flex that front foot, forehead to knee. 2 more rounds. Final round. Inhale, straighten both legs, and then invite you guys to bring both feet forward to the top of your mat. Mat width apart so the toes are sticking out a little bit and the heels are in. And we're just going to bend the knees and come into our frog pose. Imagine that you're trying to root your tailbone into the ground and keeping the spine as straight as possible. So this position is also a journey, so go to where you can today. If you're having trouble with balance, you can also bring a yoga block underneath your sit bones, and just to invite working the rest of the muscles to be able to get to that position. Elbows are pushing the knees apart. Hands are pressing against each other. Breathing in here. Exhaling out. And as your eyes are closed and you're taking a little moment just for yourself, I invite you guys to try a little smile, as we've always done in my classes. A little moment to smile. Smile with the breath as in you're breathing that joy. And just notice that shift in the emotions, that shift in your mind. One more deep breath in here to the smile. And then exhale, release the hands down. Coming onto your sit bones. We're going to come horizontally onto the mat. And then extend both legs out to the sides. Toes pointing up towards the sky. Sit bones are grounded into the ground. Shoulders rolling back and down. And then we're going to imagine that we're planting that right elbow on the inside of that right leg, and then by pushing the elbow against the leg, it's really going to open up our chest while still trying to keep the chest forward and the spine straight. So we're not crunching, we're doing as best as we can. If the elbow touching the leg makes it to where you have no choice but to be crouched, then try to extend the arm further straight so that you can extend the spine first and just push with the outside of your arm into the leg. And eventually we're going to lift that left arm to the sky, and then we're really inviting to pull the shoulders down and back, opening up the chest here, breathing in, exhaling out, inhaling in, exhaling out. This can be an intense position, so be patient with yourself. Gradually arrive into this position. Gradually following the breath, allowing the body to relax. As you exhale, allowing yourself to fall deeper into the right side. And then inhale, coming back to center. Let the left hand be what pulls you back up to center. Taking a moment here in the center, readjusting the legs if needed, extending the spine nice and tall. And then this side again is a whole new side, so notice where your distance is, what you need, so that you can keep the spine nice and straight. Coming over, pushing into the inside. Right arm goes up to the sky, and then drop it down. Shoulders rolling down and back. Chest is lightly pushing forward. Gaze is either forward or looking up towards your right hand. Try to invite calmness in the breath, even though this can become a brain-constraining position. Is that a word? Breathing here. One more breath. And then exhale, dropping that right hand first, and then imagine just a loving hand pulling you towards the right. Coming back into center, And then if you want to grab yoga blocks or a bolster, whatever you have, we're going to do a forward fold. It's always nice, it's not necessary, but it's always nice to have something to just lean your head on. Coming back to center first, aligning the spine, grabbing a sip of water if needed. Toes pointing up towards the sky, and then try to really maintain the toes pointing up towards the sky as you fold forward from the hips first. So tailbone reaches towards the back, belly and chest come down, keeping that spine straight first, and then eventually, without force, without pulling, just allow the spine to round forward. Allow the head to rest gently on the block if you have one. And just a few full, detoxifying, relaxing breaths here. Two more full breath cycles here. Really observing yourself, really going into your body, being truly present with yourself right here, right now. And on the next exhale, push away from the ground, and then vertebrae by vertebrae slowly roll back up. Grabbing the outside of your knees, allow the legs to come back to center. And we're going to go back vertically onto our mat, bringing the feet mat width apart, hands behind you, push away from the ground to get that nice straight spine. And then dropping the knees from left to right. Awesome. One last breath here. And then we're going to go into our final pose, which can be quite intense on the hips. So go at your speed. I'm just going to turn to face you guys so you can see the knees a little bit better. If you come onto your knees here first, you cross that left knee on top of the right, and then both feet are out to the sides of the body. Preferably, if it's very, very tight for you to bring your sit bones into the ground, you can bring a yoga block onto your sit bones so that both sit bones are evenly touching a surface. Be patient with yourself here. Again, this can be very intense, so go at your limit, your comfort zone. The block is really a great supporter here. Even I need one. And then bringing it here, deep breath in, extending the spine. Feel free to rub the hips with your hands, bringing a little warmth and attention here. Closing the eyes. And as you start to feel that you can slowly relax into this position, you're going to lift that right arm up towards the sky. The thumb is pointing towards the back of you. And then go ahead and bend the elbow so the palm is touching your upper back. Perfect. And then we're going to bring that left hand, palm facing towards the back, bending the left elbow, and then the back of that left hand is touching the upper back. So So ideally we want to eventually try to bring the palms of our hands together, but give yourself where you can reach today. Bringing the chest forward. This is a great deep chest opener. Again, this can be intense, so feel free to close the eyes here and practice with the breath to slowly let go, gradually arriving here. It's also a great position if you're at a desk all day. Final breath here. And then exhale, gradually release the hands. Make it slow. Moving the shoulders, moving the arms. Get that blood flow back, especially into that right arm. And then plant your hands into the ground. Very slowly untangle the legs. If you are sitting on a block, bring it to the side real quick. And then just moving the knees side to side. Getting that blood flow back. If you have the urge to straighten out the legs for a minute and shaking out whatever you need just to get that life back into, especially that right hip. Perfect. And then when you're ready, coming back onto the knees. And then this time, bringing that left knee on top of the right. Wait, is this what I did the last time? Yeah, no. Right knee on top of the left. I was thinking this feels about the same. And notice this side, if you would like to gift yourself with a pillow or a yoga block, go ahead and do so. So you can be fully supported and capable of fully relaxing. Take your time here to arrive in this position, to acknowledge and notice how you're feeling. And at your speed, whenever you're ready, lifting that left arm up to the sky, bending it back. And then over right arm as well. It's always nice to push the left arm a little bit with your head so you're keeping that spine nice and straight. Noticing the differences in the sides. Perhaps this side is more flexible or maybe tighter. So just approach with a whole new experience, breathing in. Closing the eyes. And practice as best as you can, letting go and being present. Two more full breaths here. And on the next exhale, gradually just let the arms release. Moving the arms and the shoulders slowly. Bringing any last minute movement or stretch that is needed to release the tension in the upper back. Gradually unfolding the legs. And we're going to prepare ourselves to go into our Shavasana. So moving the legs as needed, moving the body as needed. If there's any quick little stretch that your body needs before we go into our still pose, feel free to take care of that. Couple breaths here. And finally, coming down onto your back. Folding the knees into the chest, allowing the spine to straighten out into the ground. Rolling side to side for a little massage. And eventually releasing the legs straight out in front of you. Stretching the arms above the head. Full body stretch here. Adjusting yourself into comfort. Letting the legs and the arms fall out to the sides. Letting the feet fall to the side. And enjoying this final and very important moment in your practice. The closing of our practice, where you let everything settle in. Where you release any final tension in the body and the mind. Scanning the body, fully releasing Shavasana. Come back to your body. Noticing the body weighing heavy into the ground. Gradually breathing in, exhaling out. Keeping the eyes closed, begin to picture the room that you're in. Wiggling the toes, the fingers, moving the wrists and the ankles around. And slowly stretching the body. Perhaps bending the knees and hugging the knees into the chest if you want. Or just keeping the legs straight and raising your arms above your head. Whatever feels good here. And slowly, if your knees are not bent, go ahead and bend the knees. And coming on to your side. And slowly bringing yourself up into a seated position. Taking your time. Taking a final moment here for yourself, bringing the right hand to your heart space, the left hand right on top. Taking a deep breath in here. And just take this moment to acknowledge the fact that you've been taking time for you to take care of your physical and mental health. And like a friend would take care of you and you would thank them, thank yourself with that outside perspective and really truly mean it. And I thank you guys for practicing with me today and sharing this beautiful moment. Namaste.